My worst fears are that we, the field, the technology, the industry, cause significant harm to the world.
ChatGPT took the world by storm in December of 2022, and the main man behind it, Sam Altman, was subsequently shoved into the limelight. The company behind ChatGPT, OpenAI, which Altman co-founded, has reached a $90 billion valuation as artificial intelligence becomes the latest trend in technology. But despite the meteoric growth and instant stardom, as of Friday the 17th of November, Sam Altman was abruptly fired by OpenAI.
This is a stunner in some respects, Steve.
Yeah, Sam Altman is out as CEO of OpenAI.
Here's how it happened. OpenAI released a statement on Friday the 17th of November, stating that the board of directors had decided to have a leadership transition after losing confidence in Altman's ability to lead the business. Mr. Altman's departure follows a deliberative review process by the board, which concluded that he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board, hindering its ability to exercise its responsibilities. New leadership is necessary as we move forward, said the statement, and the lack of candor and its relevance is still unknown. As this change was made, the CTO of the business, Mira Murati, was appointed interim CEO until they find a replacement. As you can imagine, Altman responded, and in today's world of social media, he took to Twitter to provide his account of the event, describing it as a weird experience and sort of like reading your own eulogy while you're still alive, and that if I start going off, the OpenAI board should go after me for the full value of my shares. I loved my time at OpenAI. It was transformative for me personally, and hopefully the world a little bit. Most of all, I loved working with such talented people. We'll have more to say about what's next later. And according to Semaphore, Altman was in the middle of raising money for a new VC fund to focus on hard tech. Unusually, Sam Altman had no equity in OpenAI, meaning he could be fired at any time. The OpenAI board's statement alluded to this. OpenAI was deliberately structured to advance our mission, to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all humanity. The board remains fully committed to serving this mission. We are grateful for Sam's many contributions to the founding and growth of OpenAI. At the same time, we believe new leadership is necessary as we move forward. As the leader of the company's research, product, and safety functions, Mira is exceptionally qualified to step into the role of interim CEO. We have the utmost confidence in her ability to lead OpenAI during this transition period, the board wrote in a joint statement. Unlike most private company boards, OpenAI's board had many outsiders. And after Friday's changes, the board consists of the company's chief scientist, Ilya Sutskever, Quora CEO Adam D'Angelo, Tasha McCauley, the former CEO of GeoSim Systems, and Helen Toner, the director of strategy at Georgetown's Center for Security and Emerging Technology. OpenAI's for-profit business is fully controlled by OpenAI's non-profit, and their mission for AI to outperform humans at most economically valuable work. This means the non-profit board has the power to make the necessary changes.
Like, no one person should be trusted here. I don't have super voting shares. I don't want them. The board can fire me. I think that's important. I think the board over time needs to get democratized to all of humanity. There's many ways that could be implemented. But the reason for our structure and the reason it's so weird, and one of the consequences of that weirdness was me ending up with no equity, is we think this technology, the benefits, the access to it, the governance of it, belongs to humanity as a whole. You should if this really works, it's quite a powerful technology, and you should not trust one company and certainly not one person with it.
There are many rumors flying around, suggesting that there may have been an internal scandal, a hostile takeover, a clash of ideas, or disagreements over future capital raises. Some are concerned that Microsoft may now hold too much power after investing more than $13 billion to achieve a 49% stake in the company, something that Elon Musk hinted at in February.
When push comes to shove, let's say they do create some digital superintelligence, almost godlike intelligence. Well, who's in control? Yeah. And what exactly is the relationship between OpenAI and Microsoft? And I do worry that Microsoft actually may be more in control than, say, the leadership team at OpenAI realizes. I mean, Microsoft, as part of the Microsoft investment, they have rights to all of the software, all of the model weights, and everything necessary to run the inference system.
So they essentially have a great deal of control.
At any point, Microsoft could cut off OpenAI.
OpenAI has just registered the first federal lobbyist to represent their interests in Washington too, which smells a little bit suspiciously coincidental. Sam Altman was always seen as a great innovator, having been brought into the leadership of Y Combinator by its co-founder Paul Graham back in 2014. His success with OpenAI was instrumental to the growth of the AI sector, but Altman himself has never claimed to be the best leader for AI or OpenAI. He describes himself as plenty smart but not genius, with an Icarus streak and a few outlier traits, including a delusional level of self-confidence and being superb at assessing risk. However, he admitted on Lex Fridman's podcast that there could be someone who enjoyed it more.
I mean, I think I'm not a great spokesperson for the AI movement. I'll say that. I think there could be a more there could be someone who enjoyed it more. There could be someone who's much more charismatic. There could be someone who connects better, I think, with people than I do. I think I have more serious problems than that one. I think I'm pretty disconnected from the reality of life for most people.
As you might expect, there was an outpouring of thanks on Twitter after the news hit, with former Google CEO Eric Schmidt describing Altman as a hero who had changed our world forever, alongside many others who expressed their thanks and gratitude to the OpenAI co-founder. It leaves us wondering what might the future hold for the OpenAI business. 3 senior researchers have already quit on Friday evening after finding out through an emergency company meeting about Altman's departure. OpenAI's other co-founder and president, Greg Brockman, was announced to be stepping down as chairman of the board, but was due to remain with the business. However, a few hours after the announcement, Brockman took to Twitter saying he'd quit the company entirely based on the news that had come out. Some say that this is more of an executive transition rather than a direct attack on Sam Altman, with the firm placing its own interests ahead of those of its co-founders. Microsoft is said to have a long-term agreement with OpenAI, and they remain committed to the business, despite only finding out about Altman's departure just minutes before the public announcement, which saw their share price fall by 1% in the last 30 minutes of trading on Friday. As for Sam Altman, we imagine he will land on his feet, as he seems to have come off well after all of this. Altman remains the largest shareholder of Humane, who have just launched their AI pin, which will be the subject of our next video, so please subscribe to see that next week.